Hi everyone, I'm Deepa Bhatia and I'm here to chat with you guys about assignment number 2 assessment of 4 and as for PIDP 3351 at VCC. On the screen here you're seeing a picture of dog admiring himself. Reminded me of a line I read somewhere. Think of assessment as a progress selfie, just checking how good we are looking. And alongside I've created a seal here for assessment which I can embed in my mindset both as a receiver and as a giver. A quick look at how we can move from assessment of learning, which measures what we have achieved, to assessment for learning, which guides us forward, and assessment as learning, which helps us reflect and take charge of our own learning. Taking forward my last video on developing a learner's mindset, now I'm sharing my plan on guiding my print and television ad sales team towards becoming more self-directed, self-assessing professionals who can thrive in television and advertising sales. Important to mention here that the team members are spanning across various age groups and hence their needs and assessment varies. I move to assessment of learning first, where it's all about evaluating competence and understanding of the concepts and comfort of the sales team. We begin with weekly Fun Fridays where we conduct quizzes covering TV and ad sales concepts, creative selling, and industry trends and movements. Monthly, we invite guest clients and media agencies where teams prepare pitches and present it to them, and a feedback is given by the guest to them on the mastery of concepts and how creatively inbuilt the ideas were. We also move to quarterly reviews on their sales KPIs, where it's all about ad revenue growth, the client retention, and yes, digital campaign adoption. All of this actually help us understanding where the team stands and the gaps needs to be bridged. From here, we move to assessment for learning, which is all about giving a continuous feedback or feed forward and growth. So we prepare something called 5x15, a concept which was created by the Patagonia founder. It is a weekly report which takes 15 minutes to make and 5 minutes to read, and it gives real-time feedback on their meetings done, what went right and what could have been done better. Weekly, every Monday, we also do peer sessions where everybody presents what all campaigns they won and lost. So the first one is done individually and the second one is done with the team, and the inputs are given by the sales and support teams to each other without being judged by anybody. At the end of each month, we again do our target versus achievement, and we also celebrate small wins. And yes, just to keep the team motivated, the team member who actually does the maximum sales or do a conversion from television to digital gets a cash incentive and is announced as a primetime performer, and he or she then shares what the strategy was, which would help the team members to try and imbibe the same. We also do continuous upskilling with the AI tools and global media trend, and feedback is actually given on how relevant the presentations were and for clarity. And then finally we move to assessment as learning, where there is all about self-assessment and reflection, in which we start with journaling. In this, we write down each day what went right, what went wrong. This is the most difficult part, at least for me as well. But we need to get into that mindset of starting capturing this whole thing. You also create a self-scoring rubric in which you score yourself on where you started, where you have landed, and where is the scope of improvement, both in terms of digital understanding and also digital campaign conversions and understanding of data. We also do team reflections where we pair up the teams and each one reflect on the other person. So the first one is all about self-reflection and the other is about team reflection. We also get into a reflection of how ready are we to face the future in terms of leading digital sales teams, in terms of leadership, and also how equipped you are to handle the AI tools. And also it's important to reflect on how open am I to taking feedback from my younger colleagues, which is very important, and embrace that feed forward to work on self-progress. All of this culminates in a confident self-directed, future-ready team where it's all about learning, adaptability, and innovation, and not really about measuring performance. It all results into a KOVA approach which I have created here, which is all about curiosity, openness, vision, and adaptability. Fostering curiosity to explore new ad sales platforms and what all it entails, and helping others to stay curious so that it's always about we and not me. Staying open to receive feedback and feed forward without having a fear of being judged. Having a clear vision of what we want to achieve personally and collectively. And finally, being adaptable to the changes so as to thrive and survive in this fast-changing AI-powered media industry. So finally, with all of this, we help team members become lifelong learners who take charge of their own success and become self-directed, future-ready, autodidactic. As I always say, that assessments are not just about evaluation but elevation of self and of teams. And in this young, dynamic world of digital, sales really required continuous growth and adaptability. And through the strategic integration of assessments, we can unlock their true potential and make them lifelong learners for tomorrow and be ready for platform agnostic advertising sales. That's all for today. Signing off. Have a great day, and do share your feedback, or I would say feed forward, for my continuous improvement. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one.